How has being in business with me been?
Oh my God, please, it's been horrible. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. It's
You on
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
And
where'd you bring
congratulations.
how you hide this? Welcome back to Get Cozy with Josie. I'm your host, Josie Lentner, and I'm here with not only one of my really good friends, but also my business partner, Kassandra.
Hello, love.
Hi. I'm so happy you're here.
Oh, thank you for having me, honestly.
You know, normally when I come on this, I try to keep everything branded and I try to wear blue, but we were in casting mode today, so I'm wearing black.
We were, yes.
How has that been? Like, well, actually, let me backtrack because I'm over here stuttering over my words. But what I want to say is, how has being in business with me been?
Oh my God, please, it's been horrible. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. It's been really good. I love working with you just because in general, when we decided to open up the agency, off the bat, I already knew hard worker, always girl, everywhere, you're everywhere. So kind of like me pretty much. And so everything's been so easy with you. You're so organized, you're on things. So it's been great.
For those of you who don't know, we own an agency. It's called Vie Models. Yes. And it started in August. And ever since we launched it, it's just been kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how we even like came up with it. We came up with it super last minute, but this makes me want to bring it back to like, where did you come from? Because you popped up out of the blue. You just started modeling out of the blue, and I was like, who is this girl? And then we just hit it off, and we became really good friends.
Yeah, what was our first? I don't remember our first show. Where did we meet?
It was definitely a fusion show. It had to have been.
Okay.
It had to have been a fusion show.
Because I know I've seen you before, but more of like where we started to like actually connect in general. So I'm trying to think, because there were so many times I saw you, of course.
Yeah. It was definitely a fusion show, and then we're both kind of like yappers, and I feel like we're both funny.
Right,
so we would both probably like yap at each other. And then we also had a mutual friend that helped us become a lot closer.
Yeah.
And then I think it was also New York, because we went to New York together for Fashion Week for the first time.
Yeah,
February of 2024. And ever since then, it was kind of like inseparable for the most part.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so we've just been working and yapping and working, but I want to, like, I don't think enough people know how you started modeling or your story, or even know things that, like, I know that you started in Puerto Rico, but most people don't. So what made you want to get into modeling?
So I've been basically my mom. Okay. She's always pushed me to do, like, she loves the whole like modeling thing. She pushed me to do little pageants and stuff. I started off in Puerto Rico and but like little things, nothing too, it was just more for like fun.
Yeah.
And then once I stopped doing that, once I finished high school and all that stuff, I finished in Puerto Rico. Then I came to Florida like 7-8 years ago. Was in Tampa. There's nothing. Went to hair school. Okay, cool. Moved here 4 years ago, did one fashion show, and like it was so random. I was like on Facebook, and this designer, which is Jose, this designer, he was like, he needed models. I was like, like why not? I was super close to home. And then that's it. That's pretty much from that one show. Then there was like, people that saw me, and it just kept going and going. And then I kept meeting like models like you, and we just kept going to castings and all that stuff. So honestly, professionally, I think now it's been like 4 years at that, but I don't know. My mom is what pushed me to do modeling. That's what it is.
You know what's so crazy is that it's like my mom that pushed me to do modeling too.
Yeah.
Like she put me in like modeling and acting school when I was a kid. I always wanted to do it because I used to be obsessed with like models and like watching America's Next Top Model.
Right, yeah.
And she just supported everything I do. And even now, like I tell you all the time. I showed you her on Instagram. She always supports everything I do.
Love that, yeah.
So
it's always been like that. I was in dance too, but then it was like a little, what is that called? It was a dance school, but they also had like a modeling runway school. So my mom put me on both of that. But I loved more of the modeling. I like dancing, but not like that.
And you even put on like a little fashion show in Puerto Rico.
I did. It was so cute. And to this day, I wish I can go back and do it all again. And I will.
Yeah.
We will.
We can do it. Yeah. We'll do it.
Yeah, we will.
Well, we gotta do some little trips to Puerto Rico and to Haiti and
everywhere.
do our big one.
Everywhere. So yeah,
That's actually so crazy because I know that like just out of the blue I started because I think we both started modeling around the same time. Like I started modeling seriously around like 4 years ago too.
Yeah.
So, and we do the same things. Like we do swim, we do Art Basel, and then we just got into the flow of it.
Yeah.
But how is it? Because I know that like me, I'm freelance and I want to get signed, but you don't. Why don't you want to get signed?
I'm not gonna lie. It does sound like at one point I did, just because one, it's guaranteed jobs, like it's guaranteed things. You don't have to, because being freelance, I love it because you have your own freedom, but at the same time it's kind of like it's a lot, because we're like literally searching up all these jobs all over the place, and we're so busy already. It's kind of like, oh my god, have to do on Instagram, all these castings. So the reason I just think it's more of a freedom. I have my own business, which is I do hair, so it's kind of like just with that, and then going into, I feel like being signed.
Plug the hair business.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, I will. K Beauty Lounge.
She does my hair.
Yes.
And I don't be letting people touch my hair. And she does my hair, and my hair always looks amazing, and my curls always come back to life.
We love her. I just feel like it's more of like a freedom thing too. Also, I love modeling. I do, but like my career is, I'm a hairstylist, so that's what I look. That's what I like. How do you say this? That's what I look to, like, as paying my bills and all that stuff. The modeling, I do it more like it sucks, but I do it more for fun. So I don't think I take it as serious as I should, and that's why.
But I feel like, because I'm the same way, like I don't take it as like that's not necessarily.
Like,
but
serious, yeah. But you would love to be.
Yeah, but I take it super serious. I pick my job first. Like my job comes before modeling.
Yeah, and I think
but
that's
I feel like
I
you
mean,
take it more seriously than like I think we both kind of take it more seriously than most people who say they don't take it seriously.
That's true.
Because you're not taking it seriously. You still will work almost every other day.
Yeah.
And take a gig almost every other day and take gigs that a lot of girls.
I think that's what it is too. I mean, I know when you get signed with the agency, you do one job, obviously. Okay, cool. But with the freelancing, you're able to just explore different things. Like it's not just, because you can't do that when you're in an agency. So that's one. So I think that's what it is, just more freedom. And I honestly never really thought that I was going to continue to keep modeling the way I am right now. Just thought of it as something just for fun. And I kind of still do think that, but now I have fun and get paid. So we love that.
No, we love that. No, you be killing it. You be killing it.
So, yeah.
You be killing it. And then it's like now we've turned it into a space where we work, we model, we get paid to have fun and model, and then we also get paid to not model.
Yeah, which is the agency. And that's why I'm like, you know what? Let's just open the little booking agency and little non-exclusive. Yeah. We love her. She's super good.
But, I actually like that we're non-exclusive. No. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't really understand the format of our agency.
100%, yeah.
Because we're very much a boutique agency.
Yeah.
But I guess this is honestly the best space to answer any questions about La Vie. How would you describe our agency to people?
She's a classy girl.
She is a classy girl. She is.
She's very, very professional. I don't know. What's the word? There was a word that we said last time. What's the word? What is she? She is
classy, boutique.
Classy. We said that already. She
professional.
Professional said that too. I don't know. So all I have to say is everyone loves her.
Yes, everyone does love her.
The experience of it, of working with us in general. I'm not saying because obviously we work, but I'm just saying the feedback of other people. They love working with us. Super professional. We're on it all the time. No, let me not say.
No, you can say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. This is
I wouldn't say,
space.
like, we're a little different than some agencies that I do know, the non-exclusive, in the case of the type of work that we do. Again, yes, work, commercial, runway. I mean, music videos, we just recently just did a few, but not anything crazy. That's not our main focus.
Yeah,
though.
The ones that we've done, we've kind of done them as like.
Yeah. So it's like, what was like 2 of them? But yeah, pretty much that's it. Classy, elegant, professional. That's all I have to say.
Well, if you want to say it like that. I mean, like, but that's the whole thing. We've created a market for freelance models that's typically hard for them to get into, right?
No, yeah.
Because I feel like most of the freelance work for the market, Miami is a music video market and it's a swim market.
It is, yeah.
And there's not a lot of freelance work for things like beauty campaigns, hair campaigns, or if there are, they're very hard to find.
Yeah.
They're very niche, or they hire like their friends, or they just kind of like get the word around looking for a model. Outside of that, they're working with actual like signed book models.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've been able to target a niche of consumers where they need models. They don't know where to find models. They also can't necessarily afford to hire agency models because they have a much higher rate. And sometimes they need a much quicker turnaround time. So we're able to offer that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's been like a roller coaster. It's been kind of crazy.
It has. And the most exciting part is like everything's been like more recommendations that I love. I think I would prefer that over anything.
No,
like
I'm so grateful about that.
Yeah, super blessed.
And it's also a testament to how much like word of mouth matters and how much relationships matter.
Yeah.
Because if there is one thing I will say about you, when you're on set, like you never complain. You're never upset. If you get snappy, it's within good reason, and it rarely happens.
Or after.
Yeah. No, I be getting snappy
After,
sometimes.
once we like would basically clock out, I'm like,
Yeah. Or if you hungry.
we talk about it.
If you hungry.
Me too, be hungry.
But that's the thing is like even through our agency, we've kind of like you started the entire movement, first of all. Well, Miss Feed the Models.
Yes, I did. I just feel like it's very important in general because Runway does not pay as much as you should, and we're there for hours, and I feel like the least you can do is have water, shoot, like even get crackers. I do not care, just something to keep the models like somewhat alive. Like it's just so it's almost sad because they want us there at a certain time, then we're there for like how many hours?
8 to 12.
8 to 12 is insane. Like that's okay.
It's
I know
usually
we
no less than
volunteered.
6 hours.
Yeah, sometimes we volunteer to do that, but at the same time it's like be so for real. And so I don't even know when I started that and where exactly I started. I gotta go back to my memories. So I'm like, Feed the Models, 'cause I've been so shocked of how like photo shoots have been just volunteering to bring food. Some fashion shows, yes. And then there's still some that just like, oh, you guys come, bring your own snacks, do whatever. And then I get that we volunteer, but at the same time, it just makes me so pissed.
It's almost like we're like an afterthought. Like we are the most needed because they can't do anything without us. But then our care is an afterthought.
Exactly. And I do like the last fashion show that I was at. They did feed. I love that. They fed the makeup artist and the hairstylist. But at the same time, it's like, okay, cool. Yes, perfect. What about the models? You would not have a face to. You wouldn't basically. I'm sorry, but you wouldn't have a job there if it wasn't for the models. So what about the models? Didn't give the models water, so that just irritates me. So I don't know where I started it exactly. I have to look back at my thing. I'm like, who was it that pissed me off? Who was it that really got me? And so now it's just been a thing, and I love that everyone's using it every time they're on set. Because, yes, feed the models.
No, it literally just like started out of the blue. Because I remember you would always be like, they fed the models. You would tag on social media. And then I would start seeing other girls. And even myself, like I would be like, hashtag feed the models.
Yeah, I love that.
And it became a thing where even now when I'm on set with people, they'll like, I remember I did a photo shoot not long ago. And the photographer, he was like, okay, we can either get food before, I can order food and bring it there, or we can get food after because I'm not going to have you come for me for not feeding the models.
Right. No, as they should. They should be scared.
No.
Normally, there was two photographers who were like, oh, I'm scared to work with you because I think you might expose me. I'm like, yeah, because be so for real.
But then why are you scared to be exposed? What are you doing that's worth being exposed?
Right. Like all it takes is like a little little cheap sandwiches, whatever it is, doesn't matter. And especially water, super important.
Water is the most important thing because at least like I feel like what a lot of people don't understand is that they literally just need to get a case of water, a bag of apples, and a thing of bananas.
Yeah, and or even like exactly fruits, whatever the heck.
Or like a box of chips.
Crackers
will save your life.
Like, obviously, I would prefer a full-on meal, and if you do that, that's perfect. Love you forever. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if you don't have the budget or whatever, you're like, okay, that's a lot of models. First of all, don't cast as many models. One.
That's also another thing. They will cast like 50 models, and it's great because I'm grateful to be there because I'm part of that 50.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if 50 models means that no one's getting paid, no one is being fed, and no one's getting water. Yeah. Or you know what? I did a show once, and there was no water. There was just energy drinks from the sponsor.
Love that. No, that's...
I was terrified. I'm like, this is scary.
Thank you.
Ooh, so you just want a bunch of girls on adrenaline right now.
What is wrong with them? That's insane. And obviously, you know, some models don't drink that. So it's kind of like, okay, then they don't drink the energy drink. What about the other ones that don't, you know?
And it becomes tiring because at the end of the day, it's like what we're, if for most runway, especially for big productions and you're not signed, you're agreeing to walk for exposure.
Exactly.
Unless the designer pays you privately.
Yeah.
So I'm going out of my way to pay for parking. I'm paying for gas. Then I have to pay for my own food, and you're not going to feed me. And then you're telling me that I'm lucky to be there, but then the designer is like, oh my God, I want you so badly.
Make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And that, I feel like as we've been in this industry and we've worked with different productions and we've also assisted in the back end of production, like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to anyone and say that there's a ton of money in production, or because there's not. But you can always account for that.
Yeah.
It's something small, even if it's like pizza. I'll take Little Caesars.
It's like literally, it's like $5. And it's like also like some productions, okay, you have designers paying to be in there, like, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
So it's like grab whatever, like, okay, what, the max $50 and just get something. It's just so simple. It's not even that, it's not even, it's insane almost.
And then there's also now with the digital age of social media, like there's so many ways that you can get sponsorships. Like you can get a restaurant or a small business or something to sponsor and make every single model post and tag. Because we've done that before too.
Yeah.
We've been invited to workshops where there's like a meal prep company sponsoring. And so it's just like we tag and we eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot, I'll even do like a potluck at this point. If it's that serious.
You know, I ain't mad at
you
it,
make
honestly.
the mac and cheese. You make
I ain't mad at it, honestly.
Put it all together. Because like at this point, where does it, I really don't get it. But we'll see if they learn one day.
Listen, we'll see. I mean, like, okay, there's that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like what else has been like interesting in the industry. I feel like one thing that has definitely caused me and probably a lot of other models irritation is the diversity of rates and like when you're getting paid, when you're not getting paid, what you're getting paid for, what you're not getting paid for. What, like, has someone ever like argued you for your rate?
Like trying to like just say, hey,
Lower
that's
it or
yeah,
like
oh no,
no?
all the time. Like that's just like a fight back and forth. It's kind of like, okay, do you want it or not? You reached out to me.
Yeah.
You're the one, literally you reached out to me. It's not me reaching out to you. You asked me what was my rate. I'm telling you my rate and we're like, oh, can we play? No, if you already had a set budget, why don't you text me like, hey, one of this is our budget though. I'm not sure if it works with you. And if it doesn't work, okay, you leave me on red, I leave you on red, whatever. But no, it's like a back and forth to a point where like, okay, I don't answer them, and then they come back. They're like, "Okay, we can do that." It's kind of like, what?
Why were you doing that in the first place?
Yeah, right. So I'm like, you're okay with it, but you were trying to see, oh, can she do lower? And I'm like, you're gonna get the minimum out of me at this point. But
If you don't know what that model's rate is, or if you can afford that model, just you have a budget. Propose that budget to the model.
yeah,
because that's typically what we do with our clients.
Rate. Yeah, yeah. If you're not gonna do the rate that I told you I have, then don't freaking tell me, oh, can we do this? Okay, you already had a budget in your mind. Just freaking say it, and I'll tell you yes or no. And if it's a no, it's a no. Go to someone else. But like, it's like you ask me my rate, I tell you like, oh, can we do? What was the point of that?
I'm waiting for a model union. I'm not gonna be the one to start it, but like I'm ready.
There
for a
will
model
be. I'm
union.
thinking, give it a little bit of time. I'm sure they will, because we're already fed up with a whole bunch of things about like being paid on things. And then like I tell everyone too, like Runway doesn't. I mean, I guess if you're signed, you're like they're guaranteed pay, no?
But even runway models, their pay isn't close to what you get paid for
crazy.
commercial. Because I've heard stories about like models, they'll walk for major designers in like London and Paris, and they're still getting paid like no more than like 500. And it's like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you could be getting paid 500, but then what if you're flying into the city to walk in that show?
Yeah.
That's not even a flight to
No.
most cities.
No.
That's not room and board for a week. You can't live somewhere for $500 a week in any major city that you're going during a fashion season.
Yeah. No, that's insane.
So it's like, how do you even like make it work? And it's hard because like, don't get me wrong, like I'll still like go to New York and I'll still go to London, I'll still go to Paris, like, and there are ways where it's like, okay, yeah, a designer paid for my hotel once, or like one designer like paid for my flight another time. But when it's still hard, we're still coming out of pocket a lot.
Yeah. That goes into food. That goes into everything else, the traveling in general when you're there. Girl.
Bro, whenever Cassandra and I are in New York for Fashion Week, we eat so bad.
Because it's so easy. You literally
dollar
I crave
pizza.
something. You walk down and there's like 20 pizzas in every corner. There's literally a whole bunch of gelatos, ice cream, whatever, donuts everywhere, cookies. Like, it's just so easy.
Well,
So
that's another
why?
thing. Sometimes they feed us like the worst food too.
They do.
It's like pizza.
They do.
No tea, no shade, because they
Straight.
gave us pizza today for the casting, so
No,
I'm
we
not
do.
mad
We love
at
you.
it. We both ate like 3
Yay.
slices. Shout out to my
No,
producer.
we love. But even that, like the productions that don't feed us, like even a box of pizza, like it's not that hard.
I'll take a granola bar.
I would too. I would take a cracker. I'm saying I do not care. Take a freaking cracker. Like, I get it. They're like, oh, bring your own snacks. No, I don't want to bring my own
No,
snacks.
I feel like that's just disrespectful. What do you mean bring my own snacks?
Right. Like,
Bring your own models.
no, literally, don't even just literally bring whoever the heck you want.
Ask your friends to do it. If you would.
That's your family. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, no.
Honestly. So, oh my God, we went back on that. But yeah, in New York, we do eat pretty unhealthy.
Yeah,
Because it's so easy to just go down there and be like, oh, I'm craving something, and quick. Because, over there's fast paced, obviously. So go downstairs and we see the 20 pieces that's in the corner. What are we going to do?
I mean, to even like go back on that, how do you feel like a model should travel to model? Like, do you feel like you should be traveling to go to these different fashion weeks and all these different things? Because I feel like you should, but you should do specific ones. Like, you should do fashion weeks and things that are going to have the biggest impact on your career. Don't just fly to like
Just to do it. Yeah.
random. I'm not going to like throw any random fashion weeks under the bus right now, but don't just.
Any random ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. When we went to New York that one time, February, honestly, I didn't even know what we were getting into. I didn't know what production
Yeah, I
we were
didn't
doing. We
either.
just saw all the castings and we just go. So I guess from that experience, and then now it's passing, I was like, okay, I already did that. I'm not going to do it next year. And then I think little by little, but like, I feel like the experience is still kind of cool, especially if, you've never experienced it before. But like, I don't know if I'm going in September to New York Fashion Week. It really depends on what productions is there. And I kind of want to do something else. I don't want to just stay with the one I did before all the time. So I almost said the name.
I know exactly what production you're talking about, but it
so-
sounded like you were pissed at them like over the last time
No,
you were there.
literally, it was so horrible this last time. And like last year when we went, it was fine. It wasn't like perfect, but it was fine.
Yeah, it was
This year was insane. I was just like, what? I don't want to work with you guys anymore. So that's it. So I don't think in September I either go or I probably won't even go. I don't even know. Depends on the production.
But that's actually crazy to me that you don't want to work with that production anymore, because they pride themselves on having like very good reviews.
They do but that's what I'm saying is like this season, February, that just literally just now, some reason everything was off. Like, it was unorganized. Everyone was mean to even the designers that paid to be there. Like, that's how bad it was. It was just, again, so unorganized. Everything was horrible. And I was like just mad to a point where I wanted to literally get up and go. Like, I did not want to walk anymore. But I didn't want to do that because the designer. I felt bad, But the production, I would have walked away. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll give them another chance. Maybe it's just this time. I don't know. Who knows? Right.
I mean,
Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say no because then you're gonna see me in September with them. Like, oh
yeah, I'm like, Cassandra,
oh,
like, what were you like,
you you said, and I know it's just like, well, maybe I'll give them another chance because I did like them last time.
Well, I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't understand or don't realize, like, fashion weeks is that they're based on the productions. Like, that's something I had to learn. But I feel like as a model, the second you understand how production companies work, if you want to do runway, you kind of like get rid of half of the effort.
Yeah.
Because then you, like, I tell models all the time, know what production companies are doing well and know who you want to work for, know what's going to get you on the map. So, like, I know now at least, I know what production company is going to focus on publications. So it's like, if I walk here, I know I'm going to get a Vogue publication because I did one production and they only work on publications, and that's how I ended up in like 2 Vogues.
Yeah.
But then I know this publication is going to get me my Gettys, or this production is going to get me my Gettys. I know this production company, it's going to be really small, but I'm going to get the best content.
Yeah. I think that's the way, because obviously when you first start, you don't know any of those. You
No.
don't. So you kind of just do it, and now it's just like, okay. let me calm down, because last year I went insane. I think we did like, what, 7 shows?
Yeah.
And loved it, yes. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, why? Why'd you do that?
Yeah, in September
'Cause
we
that took
walked
a
in a show like
lot.
every day starting from
It
like
took a lot.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it took a lot out of me. My hair was ruined.
No.
No, girl, it was
Well,
so
that's the thing. I
bad.
don't like when they touch my hair.
No, like, okay, I love volunteer. I get it, yes. But at the same time, like, how do you I'm about to be mean. How do you not know how to do a ponytail? Like, it just pisses me off. Like, it's just why. And so now I have to go home and redo it myself. And then so I don't look crazy in the show that I volunteered to be in. Like, at least, the least you can do is like, not make me look crazy.
No, for me, it tends to be the makeup, and like I tend to end up
makeup.
always doing my own makeup because I
It's like the most basic thing too. It's not even like a crazy like I get it if they wanted like a full on like full, you know how the New York like all
Yeah.
that, love that, but it wasn't. It's like a natural glam. How
No, it's like how do you mess up a natural glam? What I run into the most is like problems with like matching my complexion, and then also people like over defining my features, because I feel like you learn how to do makeup one way and then you do that on every single face
everyone.
regardless of how their features
Yeah.
are different.
Sometimes I just show up with my foundation because that's my biggest fear. One time, it was only one time, and that's all it takes. One time to traumatize me, is literally make me look like a ghost, and I look so like ashy at that point too. Like, why did I
Yeah.
look like that? And then they had the nerve to post that picture. You knew that wasn't my.
You
color.
knew I don't look
you
like
wanted to set me
that.
up. Yeah,
No.
so never doing that again.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. I honestly just like now I just do my own makeup and I show up like that. Like I don't
Unless
care.
they want something like, okay, that's fine. You can still go with the foundation, but if they want something very like, something different, okay, that's fine. I'll still come with my face, and you can do my eyeshadow. I don't know how to do my eyeshadow. So when I get there, I'm like, okay, can you do that? And they'll do that. But even that, I'm just like, it's scary sometimes because I don't know. I never know. I don't know how to do my own makeup, but I know when I look crazy if someone else does it.
No,
for
that
me.
part. Like I know exactly when I look crazy.
Yeah.
But to even like honestly to like switch gears from this, because we're still on the topic of Runway, everyone loves the Kassandra walk.
No, they love yours.
Evil twin, don't start. See, that's why we're in business together. I'm not gonna lie, cause but she be eating it up on the road. You eat it up every single time, and like how is it just like practice? Did you like
I don't like. What do you mean? Like if I practice like at home, like what?
well, I guess how did you build your walk and what makes a good walk?
How did I build my walk? Well, in Puerto Rico, I was in this little like what is it? The Runway classes all the time. I'm not sure if I couldn't remember the first time, like if I ever walked, if they had to perfect it. I feel like it came out like naturally at that point. At that, obviously, yes, there was some things with the hand swingings, no hand swingings, and it was just more of like less of the crazy movement. It was all the what is it? Because I like to keep it basic, obviously. I know, girl, it's fun when you add the little like whatever flirty, but at the same time, I'm like, I like to keep it super basic. I honestly don't know. I feel like it low key came out like kind of natural. I have to look at my very first video, but I'm definitely worked on some improvements because everywhere you go, they say, hey, can you not do this? Like when I did a casting, they were like, oh, no more, like not too many hips. So now I have like a Miami walk, and then I have like more of a New York walk. So it's kind of like you can, if you know those two, that's like cool. Now if you keep one, Miami's very hippie, and then New York is very just straight, like kind of like like a robot is what they say.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
very like.
So I feel like that little, I guess you could perfect it, but I think it came out naturally. I don't want to sound like that, but I think it really did.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because how did you perfect yours, or did you like?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I always kind of like.
Because I know you did pageants when you first started too. Though.
Girl, no, I modeled before I did pageant.
Oh, what?
Yeah, everyone gets it confused.
Oh, because when I first met you, you said something about okay, never
But
mind.
I was never into pageants. Like I was not a pageant girl. I always wanted to be a model. I always wanted to be a runway model. So I started modeling. I did my first show in like 2019. And then it was like a really, really small show. Like no one even like I saw it when I was like scrolling through my Instagram, and I was archiving stuff, and I was like, oh, there's my first little runway show. And then I didn't do another runway show until I would say like 2021-ish. I think I did my first Miami Swim Week was either 2021 or 2022. I essentially like realized that you can just cast for Swim Week.
Yeah.
And I just threw myself out and I just
did
did it. I got casted.
Yeah, so it's naturally.
Yeah. And then I just like absolutely loved it. And it was through like, I guess, like my directors for my pageant, they saw my runway stuff. So they saw that I had already been doing runway. They saw that I was already like on a social media like content creator or trying to be an influencer. So they said, okay, we think you would be good at this. So from that, they took me and they molded me into more of a pageant girl.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna lie, like I'll irritate them a bit because I still like kind of do my own thing.
I think that's
But and doing a pageant definitely it cleaned up my walk, but it made me have more confidence. And then when I took my confidence, applied it to my normal walk, it made my normal walk even better. Because that's what a lot of girls don't realize.
Just confidence in general.
Like a lot of girls in Miami that model don't even realize that they don't have a model walk. They have pageant walks. And like that's cute, but depending on the designer, like you go to New York, they don't want a pageant walk.
Yeah.
And even during like swim week, they don't want a pageant walk. They want a swim walk, and that's different.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, honestly, I have to go back. I want to see your first video.
Oh my God.
I do want to see it. I can't remember the first time I ever did it, but when I started those classes off the bat, like from there, my modeling teacher, I also kind of forgot which one because I had multiple. She loved me to death, and from there we just kept going, did a few things. Then I got into pageant once, left halfway because it just wasn't for me. I just feel like it's more like, and I love seeing it, I love like watching it, but me to be in it, I cannot.
No, it's a lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like even when I did my pageant, I didn't like I don't want to say I had a bad experience. Because I didn't have a bad experience, but it was a very stressful experience. And this, I'm talking about before I even left for my pageant.
Okay.
But the only thing that like kept me going is that like I didn't do like a local pageant. I did an international pageant. And I'm very proud to be Haitian. So and I've always loved my country. So when I was doing my pageant, although I was so stressed up leading to it, I remembered that like I wasn't doing it for myself.
Yeah, you're doing it. Yeah.
So like even with pageantry, it's like I love it, but I don't do it for myself.
Love about it, like just to watch it and all that stuff. It's just me personally, I could not, and that's why I don't regret doing it. Like it was fun. Yes, they cleaned. Like I did a little pageant walk or whatever.
I'd still love to see you as Miss Puerto Rico.
I don't know if I can do that. Oh my God, that's so like that's not even funny. It's so serious, and I'm an unserious person, so I don't think I could take it that serious. So I'm saying, no, but yeah, I think, yeah, I don't practice at home though. I kind of just do it.
Girl, I don't practice at home either.
Like when you overthink it too much, and you like, I don't know, for some reason. I mean, some people when you practice makes perfect. That's fine, but I don't think I ever did like, okay, the full on like practice at home. What we tell everybody.
Yeah.
I don't do.
I mean, the only reason why I stand by practice at home is because I didn't practice at home when I was learning how to model or trying to model. I practiced at home.
How to walk with heels. Like, okay, practice that. Literally walk around your whole house, clean something with
that's
them
important.
heels.
Try to dance when you're home. Just
and then you can do anything. You can run.
I be running in my heels. I be sprinting. I be running.
And that's how you know they're good heels, and that's how you know you can walk in heels. That's all.
But what did I do? I only practiced in heels when I did a pageant because I had to. Because that's like it was a competition.
You have to change your whole.
I had to change everything. But outside that, when I started teaching girls like one-on-one lessons, that would be my practice.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm not practicing outside of like teaching other people how to practice. And it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You know, like once you like learn how to walk, you can only like practice so much.
Yeah. No, that's true. Because even when I did that little fashion show in Puerto Rico, I think that's what it was. I was showing the girls how to walk. I feel like that also is like, again, practice on practice on practice. So I guess, yeah. But I know I've never physically in my house like, okay, let me practice before I go to casting or let me practice this. It's just more like, okay, girl, just do it. As long as you got these comfortable heels and you can walk in them, I feel like you can do anything. Because there's a lot of people that just, you could walk, but it's the wrong heel. You're literally using the wrong heel. And so it makes it look uncomfortable or, you know, or you never walked in high heels before. So there's that.
Well, what would you say is like the best heel to walk in?
I couldn't say because honestly, my heels are,
Yeah.
they're not the best. I told you earlier. I told you earlier how my toes were literally gripping the ground.
Stop it right now. But I mean, like, I guess in terms of like, what's the best heel to walk in? Do you think like a platform, like
Oh
no
no,
platform?
stiletto.
Stiletto.
Stiletto, 6 inches. I'm kidding, no. Well, no. Am I kidding?
No, you
Okay.
could do, yeah, no, 6 inches with a
6
platform.
inches, yeah.
Not a super tall platform.
No,
like
no,
a
no.
like
One
a
of
good
those, what?
like
Yeah.
a good like I think like an inch or 2 inch
Okay.
platform.
Yeah. Those are pretty good. They're comfortable too. Now, when you use the straight on, like the just no platform and it's just
That
heels,
can be
those hurt.
tougher. Yeah, they do
Yeah,
hurt.
no support. Yeah, I can't do that. I have a few just to look cute, but modeling, I would never wear that.
There are so many shoes that I'm like, I love these. I'll never wear them on the
I
runway.
can't wear closed heels.
I can't.
Those are uncomfortable too. They
I
hurt.
hate
Yeah.
closed heels.
So I think I've seen a lot of people that can wear it and cool, but personally, I cannot.
If I wear a closed heel toe, like that, I can't speak. If I wear a closed toe heel on the runway, I look like I'm crip walking.
No. No, me.
I be looking like Kendrick as a Super
No,
Bowl.
personally, I cannot. So it's going to be open toe all day, even though like my toes are gripping the ground, but it's fine. It's all right.
But that's how you stay steady in the heels. And
No,
when you go like
that's
this,
how
yeah.
Well, especially when you add that oil. That's when I told you. Body oil will probably be your worst enemy, but also like your best friend. Body is shining, but toes are sliding. So
I always have body oil on. I'm always like greasy. I remember one of my friends, I was like dating a guy and she was just like, she met him and she was like, how do you like hold on to her? She's so slippery. And he was like,
glazed
what?
donut.
And she was like, she's always like greasy, like oily. She always got grease on her.
Not grease. She is a glazed donut, guys.
I'm-
This one right here, she's a Krispy Kreme.
Ooh,
Little glazed
not Krispy
donut.
Kreme. But that brings me to like, what's in your model bag? Nothing. You throw stuff in it
Lip
every
gloss
day.
and heels. No, okay. So currently, because I had to read, obviously heels, black, nude heels. I don't, normally they ask for silver and gold, but I don't own any of those. Wish I did, but I can't find a cute one anyway. I have my hair ties, I have my makeup wipes, I have my makeup bag for touch-ups or to redo our makeup if they
Yeah.
ever messed us up. Obviously little personal things, lip gloss, of course, comp cards, and I think that's it. Yeah, charger, because you're going to be there for a while. That's all I have that I can think of right now.
Portable charger, not just a charger. Portable charger.
I don't.
A light.
I need to buy one. A ring light. Those little. Yeah.
Or just like a little box light because you want to take your pictures and sometimes things are like
True.
tripod or even like a sticky grip. Like I have this on the back of my
need
phone.
one.
Yeah, Amazon, and it's like MagSafe, so it just sticks. What else? I'm trying to think of what else goes in the model bag. Sometimes like
A change of-
deodorant.
Yeah, deodorant. And that's what I'm saying. Like personal things. That's why I don't
Yeah.
want to say. I don't want to list all of that. But like, and maybe like a change of like, I don't know.
Change of underwear, pasties.
Yeah, pasties, beige, and like nude and black underwears, undergarments. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when they say undergarments, that does not mean like granny panties. That means like a
Or
thong,
pink. Yeah, but
or a
like-
G-string because
Yeah.
you're underclothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Point that out. Other than that, that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I think that, and a snack. Bring a snack.
Oh, and your own water.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, that's a thing. Like I bring my own water everywhere now.
Yeah.
Like even if I'll just buy like a big thing of water, it doesn't matter. Like I bring my own water.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they don't have water, or they run out of water.
I think that's a lot too, that they do run
They-
out
they
of water
run
and
out.
they don't care to get more, which okay, whatever, fine, but still, dang. Should have brought an
See?
extra case, but that's fine. That's okay.
And you said earlier that like obviously you have your comp cards, super important, but like I feel like a lot of models don't really know what makes up a good comp card or like what a comp card is or what should be on their comp card. Like how would you answer that if someone asked you?
So for sure, your information, obviously, because when you do give in the comp card, they need to contact you if they're interested. So that would be email, phone number, and Instagram, like the three main things. I don't think I would. There's nothing else, and I don't think I would put anything else. Those, and then there goes your measurements, your height, color of your hair, eye color. I guess you could put. I don't know. Some people put their weight. Is that necessary?
I don't think it's necessary
No?
because like your weight, you cannot look your weight. Like, that's the thing.
I was gonna say, yeah. I put it on mine just to fill up the blank.
Yeah.
Whatever the heck. So there's that. Obviously, your size, your all your measurements. And then like just clean pictures. I know a lot of people use like a lot of fashion pictures and stuff like that. Love those. But me personally, I always send in my basic, like the digitals.
Yeah.
Straight clean pictures of what you look like without makeup and just clean look. But I love those little fashion things that I think I want to put one together just for fun. But yeah.
I know. Those are my old comp cards.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
like, I feel
Sometimes when I
like-
look back, I'm like, my old comp cards were cute, but
Yeah,
now my
they're cute.
digitals are just
But
clean.
I feel like that's what they prefer, like digital to straight clean. Obviously, if you look good, just automatically with these clean, they can like, I feel like they can just imagine how you would look with whatever look they want.
Yeah.
So.
And that's also another thing. Like,
Or go on
it's
your
funny. Oh yeah, go on my Instagram. But even when it's like, okay, things like Miami Swim Week, right? I used to think that you have to show up to castings in all black. No one shows up in black. So everyone shows up wearing like what makes them feel good and colors that make them pop.
Yeah.
So obviously on my comp card, you're seeing me in black and you're seeing me very clean, and I'm still gonna come with little to no makeup to a casting, but
Yeah.
like, you're gonna see me better at the casting. Like,
Yeah.
you're meeting me right then and there. And then when you look at the comp card, you'll be like, oh, I remember her.
Yeah. And that's it, right? That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's
like
really it.
4 or 5 pictures of that?
That's really it. I mean, I'm trying to think of like what advice I could ask you to give to models, because I feel like a lot of like we have our agency and we both get questions all the time.
A lot of
So I feel like this is a pretty good moment to like answer a lot of these questions.
Like what? What question? I know
Like,
we have a lot. But
how do you feel about, a lot of models have questions about collabing with photographers. Like, what are your like rules with collabing with photographers? Do you collab still?
I do collab, but I guess I pick and choose who I want to collab. I know it sounds, when I first started, I was collabing with literally everyone.
Me too,
Obviously,
yeah.
because I was trying to build my clientele, my portfolio, but also when I look back at it, it was like, that picture isn't good. So it's kind of like, I mean, cool, got the experience and whatever, but I'm not going to use that picture for anything else. Haven't even posted it, so it's,
Yeah.
I do collab still. I collab almost with the same photographers that I've loved before, that I've always had a good experience with. And well, to be completely honest, I've never had a bad experience with any photographer so far. I'm not gonna jinx myself, but I do still collab. And what do you mean, like rule, like?
Like, I know, like one thing that I've started implementing now, and it's because a photographer that I'm close with told me that I needed to start doing this, is if a photographer reaches out to me, if I don't feel like it's going to be an equal collaboration where it's going to benefit me as much as it will benefit him or her, then I will charge a rate.
Right.
And another thing is like, I don't go out of my way to buy outfits for shoots anymore.
Okay. I recently just started doing that, to where it's like, okay, they reach out to you, they have an idea already. Okay, cool. You can send me the idea, but if I don't have anything, or if I already shot with something similar to that, can you provide the outfit at least? Like, it's just like the most thing, is there styling? Like, if we're going to collab, that's fine, but is there styling as well? Because that just, it's a lot, because we're collabing, that's fine. Unless I came to you and be like, hey, I really want to do this theme. I'm responsible to go out of my way and find whatever, things to make it, like, to put it together. But when a photographer reaches out, hey, I really want to do this with you, this look, and I'm telling you, hey, I don't have it. They're like, okay, well, let me know when you can get it. No. Like, either help me find it, or
or like you're like out of
or
luck.
ghost.
Because also, like, another thing, like, people don't realize like how much we have
money
to
to find these
do.
outfits, and stressful.
Yeah, it's like, I'm finding this outfit. I might not wear this outfit again, or I might not want to wear this outfit again.
And if it's
I'm
not the
doing my own
exact
hair.
outfit, it
I'm
does
doing
not
my
need
own
the same.
makeup. I'm driving to get there. I'm taking time out of
That's
my
another
day.
thing. Can you meet me instead of, or if you're close to home, that's fine, but can you meet me halfway? Like, do something, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
girl. As you can tell, it gets very.
And just look at their work too, because if they just start off, that's fine too. But I feel like some photographers, or I'm gonna do this because some of them just buy cameras just cause, and then call themselves photographers because they want to talk to people. And I've heard of that a lot. I haven't experienced it, but I've heard of that like a lot.
Yeah, I haven't really. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't, like, I've experienced like some weird interactions, like shooting or like prior to shooting, but I wouldn't say I had a bad experience, because like we hear some horror stories, like especially like in the group chats and like in person.
Which is crazy, because sometimes it's photographers that we've seen or we've heard before, very rare, but like that's what happens. And I'm like, I feel like everyone has a different experience too.
Yeah,
can go off of like, oh my god, I had a bad experience with them, unless it's repetitive to where everyone says the same thing. But like, say you had a good experience and I had a bad experience, everyone else had, like, everyone has a different experience with people, so like you can't go off of that, but at the same time just be careful, that's all.
100%.
Because people are weird.
No, they are weird, but then also like it's like I don't want that to prevent people from shooting.
Oh no, 100%.
Because like I don't know girls that want to model, and then I'm like, oh, do you collaborate? Do you work with photographers? And they're like, people hit me up, but like I don't know, I'm scared. Like, you just shoot with people, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was shooting with. Like, I would just, like, random person DMs me. I'm like, okay, granted. I saw they had work on their page, and I saw they had, like, other things happening. But I would just be like, well.
Yeah, no, you see the work, and you see, like, the mutuals to see, oh, so this person follows them, this one. And then we have this model group chat that we send, like, if you have any questions, you're like, hey, have you guys worked with this? And they'll tell you off the bat, hey, yes, I've worked with him, or no, he's weird.
Yeah.
So I love that, too, you know, that we're all, like, okay, we're looking out for each other, because... But again, everyone has a different experience. I've never had one so far. It just also goes off how you come off to the photographer or whatever, whoever you're working with. That's also.
But that's also like another thing is it's like, I don't know. Like sometimes like I've seen girls be a little like mean to like.
Yeah, that or they're a little extra and then they complain about, oh my God, he's trying to this and this and that. I'm just like, but because you probably gave him like a way to like, I don't know. You know, people are weird. Men are weird.
Men can be very...
So, and if you give them the opportunity, like, or somewhat of a hint of something, you know, so off the bat, they're going to be like, oh my God, he was so weird. He was trying to do... I'm like, girl, but what?
But it's like on the flip side, like everyone is different. Like I hear horror stories from girls. I also hear like weird stories from men where like guys will... Like I know one photographer in particular, he's told me before that like girls will offer... for pictures, like just different favors for pictures. Yeah. And like if he took that, that's up to him. Like that's, but it's still the fact that like that also happens.
Yeah.
But I definitely think if we're gonna compare experiences, that there are way more weird and creepy experiences that can happen sometimes with male photographers.
Yeah.
But I think that's also like the beauty of having a community where we communicate with each other, because people like that mess it up for good photographers and photographers that are actually passionate about their work. Because like I have shot with people so many times.
Or maybe there was a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
They thought, they were like, oh no.
Yeah, that's also another thing that can happen. It's like misunderstandings happen all the time. But like I've been in situations where like I'll be with like my guy friends and I'll be saying I have a shoot with this photographer, or I'll talk about the concept, and they're like, oh my God, like he's probably just like into you, he probably likes you. And I'm like, no, that man is literally just like a camera nerd. Like he's very passionate about photography.
Or look, maybe they do, but they respect you. So it's kind of like more of like a, you know, so it's different. It's like you could, because hello, who wouldn't love you, girl?
Stop it, don't
like,
please.
Please.
But also
so it's kind of like they respect you though, and that's what they need to do. They need to respect. That's all. So.
Well, honestly, I feel like that's one of the biggest things is like a lot of people, like I've seen a lot of girls like leave the industry. I've seen a lot of girls like leave the industry because they get into relationships and like their partners don't support them. How do you feel about that?
I feel like you have to, well, when you first, if you like first, so it's different because like when I know new relationship, when they first start, they're like, okay, this is different. They've never had that before. They never had a model girlfriend before. It's different for them. So I feel like, okay, cool. But when they're like insecure about things, like you cannot, I don't know how to really like, I'm trying to put it in like where it sounds nice, kind of low-key. I can't.
Don't sugarcoat it.
No, you're just insecure. Like that's all.
That's the easiest way to say it.
Yeah, you do. And then there's couples that, you know, whatever, they fully support what they do. And I feel like that's so important. I mean, that makes the relationship 10 times better because it's kind of like you support him in everything you do. No, I won't do anything crazy. Obviously, I'm going to ask you, see how you feel about it. If I feel uncomfortable, I know he feels uncomfortable.
Of course.
So I think that's the main thing too. But like off the bat, it's just like if he supports everything I do, and I know that I respect myself as well too. A lot of people, yes, I laugh and all that stuff, but once it's time to work, it's work. Like there's nothing more than that. So it's kind of like I'm very strict on some things. I can laugh with you. That doesn't mean I want anything with you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, and I feel like some people take that as a different, oh, she's so friendly. No, I'm friendly because that's the way I am. But once it's work, it's work.
I get that a lot,
Don't text me
too.
after. Yeah, don't text me after and be like, he did it. No, it was work and that's it. And so like,
I'm thinking.
So it's more like, you know what I mean? It's just like more, unless like you're into it, okay, cool. But like when you're in a relationship, like that's all it is. And if they fully support you, love that. That's like really important. And if they don't, some people like, I don't know, in a relationship, they're like, oh, I'm not going to do this because my man said this, or my man. Cool, but then you can't be in this industry then, because modeling, it's sad, but it's like, okay, bikini, you're on a stage, whole bunch of people. What do you,
and it's also
you want to be
like,
covered fully? Okay, cool. Go, I don't know. You can't model because you can't do all that stuff.
And then it's also like, forget being on the runway, backstage, we're changing everywhere.
Yeah. It sounds crazy, but with male models as well. So it's kind of like, it's a lot into it. So,
but it's also kind of like an unspoken thing. Like no one, like male models don't look.
No,
like,
they do not care. And half of them, yeah, they do not care.
Yeah. And I think it's also cool because, well, I can't speak about everyone in the industry, but I know for like most of us kind of have like the same rule where it's like we don't date in our, because it's like high school.
Because then it gets weird after that. It's
it gets super
this
weird.
And that, and then if they're insecure in general, knowing that they're in the field too, it's kind of like, what do you know?
Yeah, and then it's like, now I can't shoot with this person, or it's like I feel weird doing this,
so now
or
it's
doing
more
that.
like, just keep it, whatever. Never had a bad experience with that either. So it's like, but if your partner is super supportive of what you do, basically supports anything you do, and is comfortable with anything you do, except for like anything crazy, obviously, that's, to me, that's important. And I love that. And if you can't, then you're insecure. That's it. You can't have a model girl. That's it.
And that's on period.
That's it.
I mean, on that note, because I've had you here for a while, is there any tips that you have for models or girls that want to become models?
Any tips? Let me think. Because to start off, like when they're first
just
like
in
starting
general,
out,
like what would you?
Honestly, the most thing I like think, like when you're in this whole industry, just be yourself. Everyone loves that. I feel like before, the way the industry was, is just like you have to be a certain way, you have to look a certain way and all that stuff. Like just be yourself. If you want to do it, just do it. I know sometimes it's just like, okay, if that's what you feel like you want to do, try it out. If it doesn't work, that's fine. But don't take anything serious. I feel like we get, what is it? What is it? When you go to something and someone turns you down, what is it? Rejected, sorry. So we get rejected like most of the time. That's okay. You can't, and in this industry, you cannot be sensitive at all.
No, you can't. You just like have to look at it.
I'm sensitive, but like in this industry, you cannot be sensitive because some people will love you and then some people don't like your look. So it's like, that's pretty much it of like the main things, girl. Be yourself.
Just be you.
Just be you. That's all. And if it's for you, it's for you. And if it's not, that's fine. You experienced it and you did it.
I mean, 100%. And I want to take that and I want to like turn it to touch on our agency really quickly because we get a lot of submissions all the time.
Yeah.
And I think this is also a good time to say that like a lot of times like keep submitting to things. Like never stop submitting because if you're not someone's look today, you could be someone's look tomorrow.
And it sucks because we have over like literally 40, probably could be like 40 submissions. So, and then these clients, they only look for 5 max. So it's like,
or honestly like 2 to 3.
Yeah. So it's really hard at that point for them to even like look through all that stuff. But yes, keep submitting. Don't give up. Your time will come to shine.
Well, I want to thank you so much for yapping with me on air. I got you talking on camera.
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
congratulations.
How you hide this? You're hiding this the whole time. Where you get this from?
Congratulations. So I came in. I hid it in the back. And then the whole podcast, when you went to go grab your laptop.
Is that why you were walking in with your jacket on your shoulder?
Yeah, and then I picked this up and I put it back here because I was going to get up and get it. But
guys,
so congratulations on your podcast.
Thank you.
And happy Valentine's Day.
I have a whole Valentine's Day gift for her at home, and I literally had it like on my shelf with her card handwritten, and I forgot it.
I'm so excited.
And I'm literally going to bring it for you tomorrow. I don't care where you are. I'm going to bring it for you.
That's fine.
But thank you so
Of
much.
course. So she's cutie.
Well,
I know I was dying to, that's why they were recording, because they were trying to get me to get it, but I couldn't figure out a good time, so.
You're so funny. I love flowers. Flowers are my love language, so thank you so much. Thank you, Kassandra, for getting cozy with me and just coming on my show. I absolutely love having you in my life. I love doing business with you.
You're gonna make me cry.
Stop it!
I love you too. Thank you for having me.
No, before you start crying, please drop your @.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you're crying.
My Instagram is Marie Crespo. And don't forget to follow Vie Models.
Follow @Vie Models on Instagram, @Josie Lentner, and get cozy with Josie's pod. Until then, thank you guys for getting cozy with us. Bye.